All right, I have to rush a little bit because Mr. Nico actually have to go, and I understand you have other engagements, and then we will actually have with Mr. Michael, so I'll start right away with you. And of course, first of all, allow me to say that it's such a great honor to actually have people from all over the world to come to our own country and here in the capital, Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, and to see great artists actually join us. So, Nico, is this your second, your third time? And not only for the racing, did you ever visit Abu Dhabi actually before?
Abu Dhabi itself, no. I've come several times to Dubai, just for holiday and things like that, but not Abu Dhabi itself. But anyway, I've always had a fantastic time in the United Arab Emirates.
Lovely. Well, it's welcome to have you here, and it's a great thing. I have a question for you. How do you actually get yourself, zone out for the race? How do you get ready for it? What do you go through? I know some racers, they actually do some rituals, and some people listen to music. What about yourself?
Well, that's one of the skills that we need to have. It's that when we're driving, to be absolutely fully focused on what we're doing, because it requires such a high level of concentration, and you can't afford to think of anything else. You need to be fully into what you're doing. And I mean, for me, before I get into the car, I play some soccer, for example, to warm up my body, just to have some fun and get going. Yeah, that's what I do.
Is that something that we see a lot of the Europeans? Soccer is something that that they love. So, which position that they actually like to play in?
I like attack, but I'm not so good at attacks.
Well, I'll ask you the last question. I understand that you actually have to leave. In terms of your own, future, of course, with Mercedes and going forward, what does it feel to actually be part of this, whole company and this whole, brand and being associated with when you're actually with such a brand?
Oh, it's very, very special, definitely. In Formula One, since the beginning of Formula One in the 50s, there's Mercedes and Ferrari, which is the two special brands, and also me growing up as a German, Mercedes was my big dream company car, and things like that. And now today I'm there racing myself for Mercedes, and representing the Silver Arrow on the Formula One track, and Daimler on the Formula One track around the world. And then this year to get the first win for the company since 1955 in China, for my first win, and also for the team and for Mercedes since 1955. So that was very, very special. A good memory that I will forever remember and discuss with my friends and family and laugh about, and I look forward to many, many more in the near future, because as Mercedes we want to become the best in Formula One, and we're going to get there soon.
Well, that's great, and we thank you so much for being here with us, and it's an honor to have you, and we wish you all the best on the race and your future achievements with the company. And I know that you actually have to go, so we will have to say goodbye to you, and thank you so much for actually being with us. Please, put your hands together for our great advisor, Mr. Rosberg.
Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
All right. Sir Schumacher, how are you, sir?
All good so far.
My name is Ali. I used to actually visit a lot of places in Germany, especially in Augsburg. My German is not that good anymore, but I hope that I can come back to it. So inshallah we can communicate a little bit in English, if that's okay. Lovely. So I have a lot of questions, and honestly it's such a great honor to be with one of the inspirational icons in this field. And if there's anything that I want to start with, I would like to start by saying, I was watching a lot of videos of you on YouTube and many other stations, and there's something that you always mention about the mission that you have, the passion. If it's in your blood, it's there. You can always give it. After all of this time that you've been involved in this industry, how do you see yourself today, and how has this all been contributing to yourself?
Well, I mean, I think this simply reflects who and what I am. And it has, I think it's a kind of character that you are, and that remains to you for life. I mean, luckily it does, because that's what I live for, that's what I enjoy doing. So.
Absolutely. You've been here a couple of times and also visited and raced in Yas Marina. Does it represent anything special from any other racetracks around the world? And I think this is a very typical question that comes from anybody that represents that country. But to us, it's really something that is an iconic in our own country. And for us, we don't go there and race. We have you guys come here and race. So how does it feel to you?
You should do so.
I should.
Yeah, you should try. No, but you can be proud of what you have put there. I mean, the track is state of the art, definitely up to top level. It's for us a nice and big challenge with long straights, good for overtaking, difficult corners for how you say, chicanes, but then some high-speed section. So there is a good variety of everything. But much more is the ambient, is the atmosphere, is the complete package that makes it special. I mean, you have made it possible to race for us, start in the daytime, go into the nighttime. And the ambient that you sort of achieve with this one, I mean, is fascinating for us, but even more fascinating for the spectator all around the world, because that gives something very special.
Something that is very interesting. In terms of your campaigns around the world, you've done a lot of road safety and something that you've contributed in terms of safety. I've always had a question regarding how would a driver that drives so fast on tracks comes and actually promote driving safe on the road, and how do you see that impact around the world and the positive message from that point?
I mean, you basically say, how can somebody that drives so quick suddenly get a message out, you have to drive carefully? That's the basic question, and it's very easy to answer. I guess I know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
So people will trust in what I say, because I know what is one extreme and how dangerous it can be, and there's designated places to do so, to do the action that we do. I mean, you do it on racetracks. On the roads, I mean, there is no racing. It's a traffic possibility, go A to B safely without putting you or anybody else in danger. And that's a message that I'm very happy to get over, and especially to the young generation, they sort of look and sort of listen and say, yeah, actually it makes sense. What can I say? If you want to go and race and do something beyond limits, then you've got to go in designated places for that.
Do you see yourself ever coming to this region and promoting these kind of campaigns here for our own generation?
Oh, we have done already. I've done already, and yeah, I mean, it's part of probably a mission that I have together with the FIA, with the governing body of motor racing, and we'll see what the future will bring.
Lovely. Can I get a questions here in terms of what we do for fun? I've tried to actually search, and I see that we have something in common 100%, which is soccer. We love soccer, and
So what is your position then?
I can't play anything. I'm the joker of the game,
okay.
but not that good anymore. I see that you've contributed so much to this actually game, and a lot of people actually watch a game that you're in it. So where does that story come from soccer? I mean, is it something that is in all Europeans only?
I was completely useless in my young childhood, and still had a passion though. So I kept training and learning, and now I'm reasonably okay anymore.
I was very touched with the video that you were speaking about how young you were, about 4.5 years old, when you tried to actually drive that little car, and you found yourself hitting a lamppost. And then you said that you are very glad that in the racetrack there is no lamppost. Now, is it that difficult it is when you're driving?
At least your lampposts are high and far enough away, so I can't hit them.
Yeah, that's a good sign. So how was that experience? Did you ever see yourself being where you are today since you were young?
No, I did not. And things have evolved, and in no way I was able to dream or imagine those ones. But yeah, lucky life has turned the way it did for me.
Lovely. My last question for you, I understand that we don't want to take so much time, and there's a lot of things that we get inspired by watching all the great drivers in this, and we always want to know those drivers. To me personally, when I see all of you go through a lot, so how do you keep your weight until today that is fit for the race car, and how do you actually can have that sort of discipline? If anything, not only for sport but even in your life, how did you adopt all that to yourself?
Well, I mean, it's part of the, how you say it, part of the need. I mean, I want to give it maximum. I'm a 100% passion racer, so, and to do so, I need to be fit. I need to be fitting in the car. I need to respect a certain limit. We work very hard to keep the weight down, so I need to work on myself. And yeah, it's tough, and the older you get, it's a little bit more tough, but he is not too tough so far. But then obviously by the end of the year I can let go a little bit and relax. Let's hope I still fit in my jeans afterwards.
Well, I'm sure that you will actually achieve that. And finally, with this great event that we've been in here today, I would like just to link that I've actually been inspired by one of your videos when you said none of what Michael Schumacher have achieved till today will actually be achieved without being with the team. And when we look at the Mercedes Benz being with the Fahim family group till today, 50 years, half a century of contributing, how do you see that as an important thing when it comes to building a career? In your point of view, would you like to say anything with regard to the team and the trust that you've built up?
No, I mean, that is most definitely the case. I mean, what would we humans be if we would just be alone? I mean, we would achieve almost nothing. It's always a construction of team, and it may be a pyramid, but it's always the pyramid wouldn't stand on its on the top end if the foundation wouldn't be the right foundation. So it is a huge effort, and I've always been a team player, and that's why I probably like soccer as well, because it is about a team, and so it has always been in Formula One. I was lucky to have fantastic people around me that allowed me to do what I did. Mercedes obviously is a huge team, and we're developing, we're exploring, and hopefully we can become one of the leading teams in future.
We hope so. And would we ever see you in Abu Dhabi, not for the race, but actually visiting and passing on in Abu Dhabi or the UAE anytime soon?
I'm pretty sure you will, yes.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Schumacher, thank you so much for being here with us. It's been a great honor to be involved in the event, and we wish you all the best in the race and in the coming years for your future. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, and enjoy the evening.